So many things in science are mysterious or complicated, from the expanding universe to the Large Hadron Collider. But powders, I think I know. We see them every day, from the talc you use after your morning shower to the flour that goes into your toast. They're simple.
I'm a brave boy.
And they're useful for everything. From science experiments to fire extinguishers.
Happy birthday.
But the thing you need to remember about powders is...
Oh my gosh, what was that?
They're a bit more complicated than you'd probably imagine. Powder, as we are beginning to learn, has many properties beyond being a cake ingredient. Powders are collections of tiny particles which can act like a fluid when agitated. Powders stick to things and clump because of the van der Waals force, which is too weak to have an effect on larger and heavier particles. Powder particles have extremely high surface area to volume ratios, so they experience a lot of air resistance, which makes them float. That high surface area also makes them potentially flammable, thanks to their greater contact with oxygen, which makes sense when you learn that there are about 2,000 dust explosions in factories and refineries across Europe every year. Yep, powders and fire are definitely not to be trifled with. And one of the reasons for this is because of the way powder disperses in air. And to illustrate this point, I've commissioned our Welsh research unit to demonstrate the principle using only a supposedly blocked pipe and an unsuspecting victim. Good work, team. The unwitting test subject blows heavily into a powder-filled pipe. His air blast agitates the powder and shows how easily it's suspended in the air. Mr. Bigglesworth was also keen to do some research. Just don't expect him to tidy up.
He's covered in flour.
Powder adheres to Mr. Bigglesworth thanks to van der Waals forces and electrostatic attraction. But when he shakes, the acceleration of his fur transfers kinetic energy to the particles, causing the flour to disperse, and makes a bit of a mess.
Get back, Dad! Get back!
But it's nothing compared to this. This corn silo has suffered a massive structural failure and is pouring tons of grain onto the ground. This is bad. But not as bad as that. When the silo ruptures, it reveals the liquid-like flow of powders. Then the structure collapses, creating a dust cloud and snapping an electrical cable. The high surface area to volume ratio of the particles presents a huge surface to the oxygen-rich atmosphere. All it needs is a little spark. It's not the sort of thing you see every day.
Another day at the farm.
Well, maybe it is.